This used to be Elvis Presley's dressing room here at the Hilton. Now it belongs to Alex Trebek. Alex, 30 seconds.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Yeah.
From Las Vegas, this is Celebrity Jeopardy! Let's meet tonight's celebrity guest. He won 2 Olympic gold medals while playing for America's Dream Team. Here's the 9th wonder of the world and 11-time NBA All-Star, Sir Charles Barkley. When Americans want to learn how to make the perfect pie crust or plant an herb garden, they turn to this lovely lady, America's guide to stylish living. Welcome, Martha Stewart. He hosts both Rock and Roll Jeopardy on VH1 and Survivor 2. Now, fresh from the Australian outback, here's Jeff Probst. And now, from the Las Vegas Hilton, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, John. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't it amazing how regular, straight-laced people come to Las Vegas and suddenly do wild and crazy things? I'm very excited and delighted to be here in what was the home away from Graceland for about 7 years for the King, Elvis Presley. And I'm very happy that Charles, Martha, and Jeff have accepted our invitations to come out here, play Jeopardy for half an hour for their favorite charity. So let's get right to it. Here comes the Jeopardy board for the first round. Your categories are as follows: airplane reading, zoology, a whole category about zoos, Treasure Island, famous pairs, Rock and Roll Jeopardy, and Excalibur with the X in quotation marks. That letter will come up in each correct response. Jeff, you start us off.
Famous pairs for 100.
Answer: what little Miss Muffet was eating while she sat on her tuffet. Martha.
Eating her curds and whey. What was her curds and whey?
That's it, yes. Select.
Okay. Well, famous pairs for 300.
Seen here, they were quite a pair.
What are you doing with that cushion?
Well, I keep on bumping my head.
Jeff.
What is Laurel and Hardy?
You're right. Go again.
Famous pairs for 200.
Gotham City's dynamic duo. Martha again.
Well, that was Batman and Robin.
That's it. Remember to phrase it in the form of a question.
Okay, sorry. Famous pairs for 400.
In the Bible, the first 2 brothers mentioned. Martha.
Cain and Abel. What were Cain and Abel?
Yes.
I guess famous pairs for 500.
Songwriting team who gave us The Sound of Music. Jeff.
Who is Rodgers and Hammerstein?
That's it.
All right, why not? Rock and Roll Jeopardy for 100.
The 1976 concert film The Song Remains the Same starred this Stairway to Heaven group. Jeff.
Who is Led Zeppelin?
Yes.
Rock and Roll Jeopardy for 200.
I Remember When Rock Was Young is the first line of this singer's hit, Crocodile Rock. Jeff.
Who is Elton John?
Yeah.
Rock and Roll Jeopardy for 300.
This girl group gave us the 80s albums Beauty and the Beat and Vacation. Jeff.
Who are the,
oh, sorry,
Bengals.
taking too much time. Martha or Charles? Who were the Go-Go's? The Go-Go's. Charles, you knew that. Don't be shy. Ring in.
Unless I know, I ain't touching nothing, Alex.
All right, Jeff.
Rock and Roll Jeopardy for 400.
A member of this Eye of the Tiger group is suing CBS for trademark infringement. Jeff.
Who is Survivor?
Yeah.
Wow.
They'll get you.
Rock and Roll Jeopardy for 500.
The answer there is the only daily double in the round, and you have found it, and you have the most money. $1,200 to risk.
Yeah, I know these get tougher down here. I'll go for 600.
Okay, $600 it is. Here is the clue. This interracial soul group got everyday people to dance to the music.
Is that Who is Earth, Wind, and Fire?
No. That would be Sly and the Family Stone. So you lost half of your money. You're now in second place, but you select again as we continue.
Treasure Island for 100.
Cigars from this island, 90 miles south of Florida, are treasured by some as the best in the world. Jeff.
What is Cuban?
Correct.
Treasure Island for 200.
Homes list for well over $1 million on this valuable vineyard island of Massachusetts. Martha?
What is Martha's Vineyard?
You are right, and that puts you in the lead with 900. And it takes us to our first commercial break, so we will pause and come back to chat with the celebrities right after this. Begin our conversation with a man who has described himself as the ninth wonder of the world, Charles Barkley. Charles, give me a capsule comment. Compare professional basketball players with pro baseball players, pro football players.
Well, baseball, they got great talent. Football players are dummies, and we're just the best athletes in the world.
And the best dressed usually, too, right? You're doing well on your diet, I understand.
It's going really well. Got a long way to go, but got plenty of time to get there.
Okay, tell me about your charity.
Cornerstone Schools in Birmingham, Alabama. They take kids out of the projects and the inner cities, and they started a private school.
Okay, good for you. Congratulations. Martha Stewart has her own TV show, her own magazine. She's written books. Tell me about America. What are Americans into these days? Do we want a nicer lifestyle? Do we want to make more money? Do we want to be at peace with ourselves, with nature? What is it?
Well, I think all three. I think that people really want nicer lives. They want to spend more time with their families. They don't seem to want to work as hard as they used to. But I think that that they realize that they have to put in to get out, and it's nice that they're spending more time outdoors too.
Yeah, tell us about your charity.
Well, it's College of the Atlantic, talking about focusing on the outdoors. It's a liberal arts college in Bar Harbor, Maine. I've gotten to know them in the last 3 years. They have a lot of programs involving the environment, oceanography, environmentalism, ecology, and they do very good work.
Okay, great. Jeff is the host of a very popular show called Rock and Roll Jeopardy and another one called Survivor. Charles and I were talking before the show about the fact that we would like to be on a celebrity Survivor series. Is there ever going to be such a thing?
Well, did you hear what he said after you left?
No.
He said Martha would do the cooking, I'll lift everything heavy, Alex will do nothing, we'll vote him out first.
Okay. What's the charity you're playing for, Jeff?
The charity I'm playing for is Beagles and Buddies. It's a Los Angeles-based animal rescue facility, no-kill shelter, and they're a very small place, and this is so generous it will make
It's going to help them a lot. All right, they're guaranteed at least 10,000. Martha, you have command of the board right now. Look it over and make a selection, and we will continue.
Oh, good. How about airplane reading for 100?
Ken Blackburn, seen here, has set a world record for time aloft for one of these, and he's written books on them. Jeff.
What is a paper airplane?
That's right.
Airplane reading for 200.
Max Allan Collins wrote the novelization of this film starring Harrison Ford as President Marshall. The film was called Air Force One.
Not guessing.
Jeff, back to you.
Airplane reading for 300.
Eric Stoltz is heard here reading A. Scott Berg's biography of this man. Listen.
On May 21st, 1927, at 10:24 p.m., the Spirit of St. Louis landed, having flown 3,600...
This was, who was Charles Lindbergh?
You are correct again. Select.
Airplane reading 400.
In 1997, Norman Franks and Alan Bennett investigated the 1918 last flight of this German ace. Martha?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, all right. Jeff or Charles? Correct response. Who was the Red Baron? Martha, back to you.
Let's try airplane reading for 500.
Piers Paul Reed's Alive is the true tale of a rugby team whose plane crashed in these South American mountains. Martha.
In the, what are the Andes?
The Andes is right, yes. Go to a new category now.
Zoology 500.
Dozens of guinea baboons frolic on Baboon Island at the Brookfield Zoo in this Midwest state. Martha?
What is the Ohio Zoo?
No.
No.
Charles or Jeff? It's in Illinois, not too far from Chicago. We have about a minute left, Martha. Select.
Oh, let's try zoology for 400.
If you visit the Singapore Zoo, stay till late afternoon and have this British meal with an orangutan. Martha.
What is tea and crumpets?
That's it, yes. Afternoon tea.
Zoology for 300.
The Henry Dorley Zoo in this Nebraska city boasts the world's largest indoor tropical rainforest. You'll find it in Omaha. Martha, go again.
Zoology for 200.
This British city zoo in Regent's Park claims that its reptile house, opened in 1849, was the world's first. Martha.
What is London Zoo?
Correct.
Zoology for 100.
You'll feel like Santa when you ride a sleigh pulled by these animals at the Assiniboine Park Zoo in Winnipeg.
What are
Martha.
reindeer?
Reindeer, right. You're on a roll now, Martha.
Well, let's try. I don't know what Excalibur means, but maybe we should try 100.
All right. Headquartered in Stamford, Connecticut, this photocopier company adopted its present name in 1961. Has to have an X in it. Jeff.
Who is Xerox?
Yes.
Excalibur for 200.
Oh,
Take a look. It's the visionary technique used to create the image seen here. Jeff.
What is an X-ray?
Yeah.
Excalibur for 300.
Oh, that's it. No more time in this first round. Charles still trying to master the signaling device. He'll have another opportunity, of course, in Double Jeopardy when we come back right after this. It's Double Jeopardy time, and Charles gets to pick first from these categories. Take a look, Charles. We have American history awaiting you, followed by When MGM Was Grand, The Rat Pack, Science, Hey Sport, and finally some golden nuggets. Notice G-O-L-D in quotation marks. Those 4 letters are coming up in each correct response. Charles, where do we start?
Hey Sport for 200.
All right, on January 13th, 1999, this Chicago Bulls player retired after 13 seasons in which he averaged 31.5 points a game. Martha.
Who was Michael Jordan?
You're right. What happened, Charles? Take her out.
Golden Nuggets for 600.
Seen here, he was a U.S. presidential candidate in 1964. Martha.
Who was Barry Goldwater?
Right. You've got a faster thumb than
No,
Charles.
I just developed it. Golden Nuggets for $800.
Using his laptop computer, this actor helps save the human race in the 1996 film Independence Day. Jeff.
Who's Jeff Goldblum?
Right.
Golden Nuggets for 400.
For his role in Castaway, Tom Hanks won one of these awards in 2001. Charles.
Who was the Golden Globe?
You got it. You're on the board. All right. Charles, you always come through big in the 3rd and 4th quarters. You know that.
Me and Martha ain't gonna make it today.
Okay.
Hey Sport for 400.
All right. In November of 2000, Phil Mickelson caught this tiger by the tail, winning the Tour Championship PGA tournament by 2 strokes. Jeff.
Who's Tiger Woods?
Correct.
Hey Sport for 600.
In 1998, this Cardinal first baseman had a National League record 162 walks to go along with his 70 home runs. Jeff.
Who's Mark McGuire?
Right.
Hey, sorry, Charles. Hey Sport for 800.
This NFL team plays its home games in the Georgia Dome. Charles.
Who are the Atlanta Falcons?
You're right.
Hey Sport for 1,000.
America's oldest regularly contested foot race. It's been held since 1897 when the length was 24.5 miles. Martha.
What is the marathon?
Which one?
Boston Marathon.
That's it.
Ooh, good. Golden Nuggets for 1,000.
Answer there. Take a look. There are European and American varieties of this songbird seen here. Martha?
What is a goldfinch?
Correct.
Science for 600.
Though the Earth isn't a perfect sphere, its eastern and western halves are each called this. Jeff?
What is a hemisphere?
That's it.
Science for 200.
Only a few living things, like some germs, can live without this gas, symbolized O. Jeff?
What is oxygen?
Right.
The Rat Pack for 200.
In 1990, the lights on the Strip were dimmed for 10 minutes to honor this late, great Candyman performer. Jeff?
Who's Sammy Davis Jr.?
Correct.
The Rat Pack for 400.
The girl in the Rat Pack She later played a cranky former First Lady in 1994's Guarding Tess.
I know her.
Charles.
Who is Angie Dickinson?
No, not a bad guess, but not correct. Martha's happy you rang in ahead of her because she was going to say Angie Dickinson, too, instead of Shirley MacLaine. Jeff, select again.
The Rat Pack for 600.
In a 1953 film, Dean Martin sang this song. Heard here, listen.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
Jeff.
What is That's Amore?
That's Amore, yes.
The Rat Pack for 800.
This Rat Packer played Joey Barnes on his self-titled 60s sitcom. Charles.
Who is Joey Bishop?
Correct.
Rat Pack for 1,000.
This British Rat Packer, with a reputation as a playboy, was one of the Sergeant's Three in a 1962 film. Martha.
Who's Charles Walford?
No.
Oh.
Jeff.
Who's Sinatra?
No. Charles, you going to try it? No.
Not Charles
Martha, you got confused between Charles
God,
Peter
Lawford.
Lawford. Lawton Lawford.
God, you
Peter Lawford.
British.
Come on, Charles, go again.
I knew that one, man.
All right.
Signs for 1,000.
This man, seen here, born in Oxford in 1942, is among the greatest physicists of our time.
Oh, I know him.
And his name is Stephen Hawking. Charles, pick again.
Signs for $800.
All right. No doubt saying, thank you for turning on the lights. Thank you. Now you're this organism that lives off a host. Now you're a parasite. Charles, you
American
select.
history for 200.
All right, with a minute to go. Custer's Last Stand is also known by the oxymoronic name Little Big This. Charles.
Bighorn. What is Bighorn?
That's it.
400 American history.
In the 1950s, if your button said, I like Ike, he was your man. Martha.
Who was Eisenhower?
That's it.
American history for 600.
Born in Tennessee, Davy Crockett died in what's now this state. Martha.
Texas. What is Texas?
What is Texas is right.
American history for 800.
Answer, Daily Double. All right. And Martha, you have the most cash. It's 4,300. What you going to do?
But I can choose anything, or I have to do this here?
No, you're going to do this clue, but you can tell me how much you want to wager of your 4,300.
How much I want to wager? Oh, God. How about...
Wager a lot.
Nah, how about 2,000?
$2,000 at risk on this clue in American history. William Cody's two-word nickname, or perhaps what he sent out to his clients at the end of each month.
Two-word nickname. Oh, I answer it? Oh,
yeah.
Wild Bill?
No.
Oh.
What is Buffalo Bill? That's what he sent out at the end of each month, the Buffalo Bill. And that takes you to 2,300. You're now in second place. We still have a match here. And remember, your charities are guaranteed $10,000, and whoever has the most money at the end of the game will have $5,000 added to that. The final Jeopardy category for the three of you is JFK. Good subject. We'll be back in a moment with the clue. The category for Final Jeopardy is JFK, and here is the clue. In an interview, Jackie confided that JFK regularly fell asleep listening to the soundtrack of this Broadway play. Good luck, players. You have 30 seconds. Kennedy years, of course, have often been referred to by this name. Charles, we'll start with you. What did you come up with for Final Jeopardy as your response? What is Cats?
Hey, man, I didn't have a clue.
Cost you everything you got, but that's all right. The Cornerstone Schools of Alabama are going to pick up $10,000. Let's go to Martha now. What did she put down as her response?
What
Broadway show was Camelot. Yes, indeed, that's correct. And your wager was 1,000. That takes you to 3,300. Jeff is still in the lead. So let's see. His response was
embarrassing.
What is The Sound of Music?
Was it even a play?
Was it a play? And how much did that cost you? 1,200. That knocks you down to $2,300. Your charity will receive $10,000, but Martha Stewart, your charity will pick up $15,000. Congratulations. A great game. A lot of fun. Thank you so much. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today. We're back tomorrow. See you then.